What's up, everyone? Pokemon Star Neo. I made mistakes. So, yeah, we are starting this video. I just have to be a little transparent. We are picking up a little bit later because I messed up and did not realize I was not recording audio for an entire episode. And a little bit of the beginning of this one. I did make sure to include to speed it up for the non-audio parts and then proceed with the episode. But I should probably let you know what happened in that episode. We were exploring the Pokemon Mansion. We also were finally got our experience share. We got a bunch of like different encounters, and we did have a death. Unfortunately, in my pursuit, emphasis on pursuit, of my me trying to get the experience share, I thought it would be fitting for a Pokemon that I've had on my team for a little bit, to be the one to be the final evolution I got, for me to get the experience share. Unfortunately, when I was switch training, because I don't have the experience share yet, Eradicate used Pursuit and KO'd Choji the Metapod. That is Ryan's mistake. And yeah, so we did get the experience share. We did go through there, and through the mansion. We pick up a little bit after that. But yeah, we go to the cave. Oh, not to the cave. We basically go, we battle some people, and then yeah. Um it's not until like I'm in the ocean fighting a swimmer that I'm like, oh wait, I wasn't recording. So that's on me. I'm sorry if this is long. I probably left a thing up here editing Ryan, so you can skip, so you can get into the episode. I am sorry. These mistakes happen. I'm still learning. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, let's start. Okay. So audio went down there, and I was talking for so long about so many different things. I'm adding the game. That's on me for not doing this properly. So we did do some battles. I will include welcome everyone. It is me, Pokemon Star Neo. So I talked a lot of stuff and did not realize that audio was not going. That is on me for not checking. But yes, welcome to the video. I did have to include that, and like I kind of sped up. That just makes sense for me to do. Yeah, so I just was like trauma dumping on a lot of great stuff to fill the time. But yeah, I should have noticed this a lot sooner. Usually I am, but I really wanted to get right to it because I have work in a bit. Okay, so we beat. Yeah, so we put experience share on Daki. We finished all the stuff in the mansion. So this episode is mostly going to be facing the trainers we have not yet. Gosh, can you imagine if I went to the gym right after? Yow, I lost. So yeah, that embarrassing moment aside, what all did I talk? It was mostly about me and like how my channel is right now, because like at this point we're well past 100 episodes, and right now I'm in that thing. At the time of recording this, I have not hit it officially on my channel, mostly because, well, I've uploaded stuff, but I haven't like released it yet. These are all scheduled, so some of these are very well far off in advance. However, not everything is up. So I know I have hit that milestone by this point. I believe I would have done a special video at that. And it might have something to do with the Kanto region, and have that kickstart something. Because like there was one of like ranking each one in the different tiers, or just, you know, like doing top, these are I ranked all of them and like my personal favorites 151, or it would be more than that because of the whole, there are different forms of different Gen 1 Pokemon. Keep me company till I get a hit. So yeah, I might have done that. I might have done it really depends, because I've done both type of things on the channel before. Well, my girlfriend did the ranking her top 10 by using Dragonfly, which I think is always I like using that format. I think it's cool. I've done it periodically throughout the years. But yeah, so we might have done it through that, and then I would have shown you the like final results. But right now I still have time because I'm ahead of schedule. I will probably do that. Well, it depends on how fast I get through the game. Because, like, you know, after going through a playthrough, there might be some recency bias. That burned some time. It did. But now you don't have any Pokemon to, when you have to catch a Pokemon to battle it down. I guess if it's just Magikarp, you can just splash, but hey, don't scare away the fish. What about the jellyfish, the tentacles, against Cloud? Or what about, well, you can't get them in this generation, or in these games. I was about to say, I was like, what about Shelder? We love ourselves a good version exclusive. No, I don't like them. It's like, I want to use, because like there's always going to be some that I like more from one side as opposed to the other. And then usually what I do is that when I get the game, it's based off of the box art legendary. And some people are like, well, you could just trade for it, and that's the same thing with the version exclusives. But if it's like a newer game, I try and avoid all that stuff. Anyway. So yeah. So for wins and waves, because as the time of the recording, the legendaries have not been announced, and I am not. The sea cleanses my body and soul. I know many people like that. All right, up against Spencer, they got a Seadra. So when it comes to me, gosh, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Let's see. We talked about what we're doing for 100 videos. Where we're at. Oh yeah, wins and waves. I base it off of really the box art legendary, maybe slash theme, because like for Scarlet and Violet, it's tough because I did like the futuristic aspect of Violet a little bit more, so the theme of that did get it. But I will say a lot of the cooler like designs, especially when it comes to the Paradox Pokemon, we're in. Uh, we're definitely in Scarlet. But yeah. Also like a lot of the stronger Pokemon for VGC. All right, we got these two. I think that's a good. Yeah, I can ride with these two. All right, Daki is at level 45. That's great. We're making decent progress. Huh? A battle? Ian, you can't. Ian can't do it. You do it alone? Sorry. Yeah, so, and also we have some time before those games come out because they're doing it in 2027. Originally, I was upset, but I also, I think everyone kind of was because they expected, you know, things to be out by now, this year. But I think another thing that they were worried about was supposedly GTA 6 is supposed to come out this year. And I know a lot of gaming developers would not want to go head to head with that. Oh, snap, Seadra has Poison Point. All right. Well, that's an interesting. That's kind of interesting to have on there. Not saying that it's a bad thing. I was just like, huh. I think it's just interesting for the fact that it's not a poison type. This makes sense. I don't know if seahorses are actually venomous or not. Oh, see? We lost. Happy now? I mean, yeah. Your loss comes mostly for development from a Pokemon. But yes. I'm gonna use a full heal real quick. Alright. Dee-dee-doo. There's so many fish. So many fishermen. You want to fish? I didn't read that, sorry. Especially when I'm, you know, going through everything and just kind of like talking about, there's a little bit of a, you know, check in with y'all. Though I also spoke a lot in the, God, I really hope that this didn't happen in the past video. Oh boy. Yeah, sometimes OBS will mute stuff or like not work. It's easier when it's like visuals and stuff, but like the audio, now I see the little green stuff at the bottom. Yeah. I kind of have to leave in the mistakes like that, mostly because this is a lock and I don't want to, you know, like, it's one thing if I like move around a little bit in the Pokemon Center. It's a whole other thing when I start the video at a different route halfway through it and not acknowledge that portion in some way. I mean, if it's after the recording, there's really not too much I can do about it. But if it's like during the recording and I notice, it's like, yeah, I gotta fix that then and there. Not that I think, well, oh shoot, would you imagine if I got a KO or if one of my Pokemon fainted during that? Nah. Well, thankfully that did not happen. Alright, so Daki is getting up there in levels. I think it just really needs 2 more before she gets the level cap. We'll see who I will pull up next, because I feel like most of my Pokemon are competent in it. It's just all about the levels. Okay, so we're gonna use double kick. We need to kind of save our shockwaves, but just using that like crazy. Well, I mean, it's a super effective button, and there is no water ground types in this portion of the game. I think Quagsire, and I don't know if Wooper and Quagsire, I believe they're in these games. I don't know. Like, Gen 3 did it kind of weird where it's like, whatever wasn't going to be available in Emerald, they put in here, and it's a, mad scramble to complete the Pokedex. You needed, in theory, all 5 games in order to complete the Pokedex. But, I digress. I don't know, like, I think my initial playthrough, I try and, like, finish the Pokédex, or at least for the baseline game. When it comes to, did I do it in, I think I did in Sword and Shield, but then again, I had a lot of spare time on my hands in Sword and Shield because of 2020. So I went around and did that because I like going through the games. I did in Legend Arceus because that's, just the point of the game, really. Going around catching stuff. And then I think Scarlet and Violet, I fell off from doing it a little bit. Just because, like, VGC. That's the main reason why you have to put a lot of time and energy in there, and when time is limited, yeah. But I will always, like, try and go through the games. Have fun. Alright, so this is the town of Pallets. And we'll swap you two real quick. Actually, we could just go Raggio, because I believe we'll only run into Tentacle, and we faced all the trainers here. Alright. At least some of them will be... with the level fluctuation between them all, it's crazy. Alright, Tentacle is down. Whoops. But other things I was, like, talking about, VGC on the channel, or, like, how I kind of started, because I went on the whole thing of, like, 100 episodes. I did start it early January of last year. And I was like, it's a way for me to, like, also get better, stuff like that, and I fell off. Practice different teams, all that good stuff. And then, it's like, when I got back into it, yeah, I was also trying a few little different stuff as well. I was using Smoggin, doing that, and then we had that little phase where we're doing ZA Royale battles, which are fun, but I think I don't know, it just kind of, they're fun, but it's like, it wasn't as, like, the relevance of it didn't stay around as quick, which, it's my channel, I can put whatever I want. However, it was just not as popular as other stuff going on, especially after the DLC, all that stuff, and then was playing through that, and then, yeah, so I did enjoy the DLC. It was just, it was around Christmas time too. I wanted to get into VGC again, though I wasn't able. It's tough because I am a busybody, and then with my schedule, and now I have a girlfriend, so I have to, hang out with her, and we've been to, like, a couple of tournaments together, but it is a partnership, and also we got to do some stuff where both of us can enjoy our stuff too, so that's also very important. Yeah, because it can't just be, Ryan needs to play Pokemon every waking second. Also, sometimes I book things for the weekend, either filming or work wise, and I I kind of have to take them as it comes because I am someone where, listen, I gotta keep making money. I gotta keep, even if I'm ahead, I still have to try hard, keep making money. Because I've been in those places where I have no money. I'm like, dang, if I only worked one more day, or dang, if only I had tried a little harder to get work. So yeah. Ultimately, one of these days, it would be cool if I got some income doing this, whether it's like, like from YouTube ad stuff or, merch, things like that. I swam here from Cinnabar Island. Wasn't easy, I tell you. Hey, yeah, how come I have to use surf to get across? Or is it because I'm 10? Is that why? Alright. But, you have people who actually swim in the game, and maybe because they're adults who know how to swim, especially in the ocean, and I am just a 10-year-old. But, yeah, so I want to give more to VGC, and usually it's me practicing at home and stuff, or like when I'm out and about on my phone. But especially if I want to get like better at it, there is the way of doing it like how they say you should, where it's like you do sets of 3, you have PASRS, and you use that, and then you kind of like have to take it a little slower. Doing that can also be like, well, it's not only like just like practicing here and there, it's also practicing and having quality over quantity. Which I think, yeah, that makes sense. Just carving time out when I can just like do like random ladder stuff where it's like best of 1. I feel you need a mixture of both. Like practices when you can, you do what you can, but always try and go for the main thing. But yeah, so like I think it was like 2023, 2024, I was able to like really, really go to a lot of stuff, and then despite me not being able to do too much, I did fairly well the 2025 season. When it came to championship points, because I actually did well, and I got like top 8 and top 4. I think I got top 8 in a cup, and that really helped out. It's always tricky because I am in SoCal, and they're just so talented. My boyfriend gave me pearls. Big pearls. Alright, cool. Yeah. So, we'll see in the future, because I can't, nor will I slow down when it comes to my acting career, but I do want to be like someone where I can do both. Like, I'm well known for Pokemon, but I'm also like an actor that, like, Diantha is kind of like a role model for me, where I can do that kind of stuff. So yeah, where I can be famous actor, but also really good at Pokemon. 'Tis my dream, but mostly the acting. But yeah, since it's 30 years of Pokemon, I have like been with Pokemon since the beginning. In different degrees. Like I didn't own a Pokemon game until 2003, 2004. Around that point, when I had a Game Boy Advance, I saved up money to get Ruby, because that was like Groudon looked so cool, and like now I had like a handheld game console, or not handheld, that I can use games for. Oh no, my pearls were in them. Why would you put it should still here. I didn't use knockoff. You're fine. I believe this is a bird person. Alright, you're at 46. I should probably switch the item. Take that. Nami needs some love. We'll give it to Nami. Actually, because I'm using a lot on Ichigo, I feel after this, because I believe it's a bird person, after this battle, we'll give it to Midoriya. We'll swap in Midoriya. Because I wrote my bird Pokemon here, but there's no Pokemon Center. Yeah. Got Firo. Just because Midoriya needs the exercise as well. Because I can see myself just like training in the mansion. And except for Eradicate, there's not really too many good Pokemon for it to face. Alright, Shockwave. Yeah, I know we're not as... I don't know, I guess I'm like in a talky mood / letting y'all know some stuff about me. So, yeah. And this is... I wouldn't consider grinding because we are facing new people. Which I know I have done in grinding montages before, but that was like, oh, I missed them, but I really wanted to... Oh no, what am I gonna do? Sorry. My birds are exhausted. They can't fly me back. I don't think that's how that works. Alright, so there's that. So we made it to Seafoam Island. We already got our encounter here, but we'll face her. Oh yeah. Are you on vacation too? No. Tentacle. We could try and explore a little bit more into the Seafoam Caves. I don't know if there's any trainers in there. I can look real quick. I'm just not gonna look at their Pokemon. Alright. Great. Doesn't look like it, yeah. So, yep, cannot go in there. I could try and like switch train or something like that in there, but no. We're gonna use Bullet Seed for this. Will it be enough? No. Come on, Bullet Seed. Okay, they're gonna use Icy Wind. I gotta say, I do love these old school animations. Especially, I think Icy Wind, how it just had the entire background there. That was cool. Alright. And then Horsey. Bullet Seed. And that just completely annihilated it. Okay, so we beat Irene. No mercy at all. Well, I mean, yeah. I think there are some on the other side to Seafoam Island that I did not. So I don't have a Pokemon that knows Fly at the moment. That can be easily fixed. Well, not now. But we don't want to be like the one guy stranded. But we'll swap that out and then we'll... Yeah. I could swap out Daki for... Yeah. Because I don't necessarily need Daki. Especially if I'm just here to grind. Have I faced you? Yes, I have. Alright. The level 6. worth it. Yeah, so that's my one thing about like surfing and all that. It is very much like, hey, I know that you are like, hey, I know you are definitely above the level threshold for this, but you're gonna have to use yeah, but you know, we're gonna have level 6 Pokemon and stuff like there, and it's like we're not gonna get too much experience, and also it does make them a little trickier to catch. Because like you can't knock it out. Granted, you have access to better Pokeballs, but still. Alright, so we'll leave you here just for now as we level up. I have been considering swapping Daki. She has been very serviceable. I think I really will have to look at stats, especially when I get to the Pokemon League. Just because I want to make sure that, you know, I'm able to put up a fight. I don't want to be too like crazily under leveled for stuff. I mean, I know we got some like strong peeps here. We got like when I'm thinking about facing the league, I know Nami's gonna help out Snorlax, Midoriya. I'm not saying like, oh, I have like weak Pokemon on my team, but I will say that some have inherently a better chance. Alright. I see a couple of islands over yonder. Have I faced everyone on this route? I can see myself doing the same either way. I might have. I guess we'll go this way just in case. I know I faced you. Did I face all of you? Oh, okay. I have not. I love. She wants to go on Gyarados in case we win. No. I will not let. No, I can't let that happen. But yeah. Take down Poliwag. Another Poliwag. So I am glad we went down here, because we did miss some trainers. Because I have, when it comes to Hypno is one where it's like, it might behoove me to swap out, but it's also like, there is some sentiment that does come with it, but it's also, because I know in the future I'm definitely going to use Slowbro, but yeah, so like, also I would say another thing kind of like prevent me from switching up too much is that I don't want to say like double typing for some, but it does play a factor. Like if I have Nidoqueen on here, I already have another poison type, which makes it a little bit tricky when I face psychic types, where it's not as common. Well, like, obviously I have to be well-rounded, and so like, yeah, I do know ahead of time. Granted, the Elite Four does swap out their, you know, like they will have like a main type, but they're not like married to it. Like Lorelei is Ice type, but she also has quite a few water types as well. Granted, because some of them are just partly both, but still. Alright, you're getting some experience, you're getting some experience. Actually, Because I'm a little worried. I feel Midoriya, you're gonna... We'll just let you get all the experience for this, because we're not gonna be using you too much. Ah, these waters, they're so treacherous. So what I might do is, because usually if I need to face a gym and then I do a grinding montage, is I usually start at the beginning of the next episode. I'm thinking about maybe doing it at the end of this one and then including. And then, so that way I was like, all right, we start out fresh. However, once we beat Blaine, we're gonna have to need us a mini one anyway. So yeah, I think I've kind of talked myself to including it in this one. But it'll be after the fact, so you don't have to worry about sticking around for it. So yeah. Alright. Taking down a Tentacle. Cruel. Not cool. I do like Tentacruel. We beat Midoriya. Oh, no, we didn't. We beat that. Midoriya leveled up. Midoriya, we might try and level up to 47, just because the odds of me actually using this in the gym are very, very low. I think in good conscience, I won't. I might have the experience share on you when we're in the gym, but you will be at level 47 when that happens. Alright, we beat Axel. Oh, dangerous. I am. I'm still upset with myself that because usually I'm good about checking audio. I mean, I think I was just excited to play. We all fall victim to it. Oreo putting the finest work in. I think we have to face, because I'm thinking ahead. I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, Blaine's gonna be a cakewalk. But I do have to think about Giovanni, because that is literally right after Blaine, yeah. So, Connie, I'm exhausted. Well, I mean, yeah, you guys are like permanently out here. Swimming's great. Sunburns aren't. I agree. Midoriya. Because I have seen... Those... Because I know the training montages are not the most exciting things to watch. And that's why I leave the little thing of like, oh, you can skip it, and that's just like, I think, good practice when it comes to Let's Plays like these. Like, it would be a whole other thing if I was just doing a regular Let's Play and I just didn't record the grinding. I wouldn't mind if that was the case, mostly because, you know, whenever I do record, it specifically because I'm doing a Nuzlocke series, I have to, like, be on camera. Or not be on camera, but have to be where my laptop is in order to do it. And then, like, moving that and all that as I watch, like, something can be a little trickier. So you'll see when I'm doing this, I have my TV set up over there. it'll usually be something I've already watched, and I'm just kind of like rewatching again for fun. Or I'll have like a YouTube video up, and I can passively like, because a lot of the stuff I watch, I would say they're more podcast-esque. Where it's like they do have visuals that I can look at, but it's mostly what they're saying that matters a bit more. Alright, you're gonna use protect. Alright, shoulder is down. However, I will use experience share on you if you reach 46. Oh, okay, cloister. Stop using protect. This is... It has its use technically, but I'm like, come on. Stop using that move. If it's double battles, I get it, but if it's one-on-one, it's not always the best thing, especially because one-on-one, it's like, yeah, splash. Splash indeed. Alright, so we have you, we can face. Alright, why are you riding a Pokemon? Can't you swim? I am 10 years old, this is a big ocean. I don't have arm floaties, I don't have like one of the tube, you know, the inflatable tubes that you can like ride on. Yeah, this is what I got. In future games, especially when it comes to, what is it? The Unova games, where we're a bit older, or, I think Kalos the games were a bit older in that one too. That makes sense. We don't really need... Do we need surfing in, No, we have our bike for funny enough that we use in forgetting the name. In the Galar region, and then we have a bike Pokemon that we use for Paldea. Alright, we take down that. It is interesting how over the years they're like, alright, we need to slowly find a way to kind of get rid of HMs. I think, if I were to think what generation I think has done it the best, I think Alola does it pretty cool because you get to use different Pokemon, but it's not necessarily your screen. They're not necessarily your Pokemon, you can just call upon them. I think that's a lot of creativity that they did, where it's like, yeah, you need this special thing in order to do it. But yeah. This is gonna sound like, oh, they're backpedaling, or like, oh, they're actually making worse and worse ideas, but the only reason I'm like, I'm not fully behind the whole using... Go face them. But like, the thing is, like, yeah, it makes sense. We have Miraidon as our kind of like lead Pokemon that we use. But you know, it's like having the legendary the main legendary throughout the adventure. I get that's kind of like and it kind of normalizes a little bit more. Don't get me wrong, I think it was cool. However, I'm like, I think I prefer how they did it in the Alola region. Then I think doing the bike and then just like the taxi service was, you know, like I was like, yeah, then I don't have to think about it too much. And then, yeah, still like all three ways. Because I don't... Because the HM thing, it does provide an obstacle for the game. Makes things a little harder. But at the same time, I always feel bad on using it on a Pokemon. Youch. Youch indeed. Alright. So we're gonna make our way over to Cinnabar Island. All right, so at this point, we are going to do the grinding montage. I'm gonna go switch everything out first, and then we'll go and we'll get right into it. So yeah, at this point, if you don't want to see the grinding, feel free. You can totally, I won't be mad. You can exit the video, yeah, watch something else. Or like if you're in this, you can go on to the next episode. But yeah, but if you want to just like chill vibes and just like see everything, you are free to do that too. So I will give the outro now. That's it for now, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace.